So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. Give me a hug. Woo! People are so, I get so emotional, baby. I'm gonna play some Whitney Houston today, honey. People are on fire. I turned everything off. I did. Give me another hug. Let's all breathe and pray. Lord, come on down here and put your hand on some people. They need you really bad. So thank you for watching my last video. I hope you're doing well. Real quick, farm's doing great. It is hot. I did not film today because we have warnings of potential heavy rains later, maybe flash flooding. Oh, look at all of the things that are going on. Just since I filmed the last video. Yeah. Are you paying attention? I know you are, but I just want to say it that way because somebody might not be. And so I don't know what the weather's going to do later. It may go north of us, around us. I don't know, but I busted my butt literally trying to get everything cleaned up and done. And it's so hot. I brought all the dogs in. They're in the cool. They're either inside or in with the misters or whatever. Nobody's as much shade and cool as I can give to everybody. We've done that today. So I didn't really film. I just wanted to get everything done and cleaned up. And hey, all my laundry and dishes are done too. I get a trophy, right? Every mom gets a trophy every day. If we're giving out trophies, why aren't the mamas getting them? Okay, that's what I'm saying. But welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing good. So, not a lot of farm footage today, but I do want to touch on a couple of things from yesterday. First of all, I want to tell you right now, I knew this yesterday because you had been asking, and I wasn't sure how this was going to come across. So I'm gonna say it. Y'all have been asking about my video in terms of what I saw a couple weeks ago. It's over this way, over the tree line. What direction is that versus if it was going straight, what direction was it going? Well, I filmed that for you. Okay. So you're basically looking at roughly, it came from the north and it was basically going southwest from here. I live in lower middle East Tennessee, close to North Carolina line. So it was going southwest. Just going to let you know that's the direction. Because it's interesting because when I talked to one of my elders, I didn't mention this in the video, but it's on text. That was one of the first questions he asked me too. Which direction did it come from, Patara? And I told him. So you think about that however you want to do. I'm not going to interpret that and have an opinion. I'm just going to tell you the fact. Okay, so there's that. So I use my compass on my car here. So I want to talk about a couple of things really quick from the video from yesterday, the Gatlinburg video. I didn't make James go to Gatlinburg. James wanted to go. We decided last minute just to drive up there and see what was going on because Pigeon Forge and Weirs Valley wasn't that busy. So we decided to take a chance, and it was busier than obviously Pigeon Forge. That's not the busiest I've ever seen Gatlinburg, but I want to tell you again, if you go up there, be very, very cautious. I have a lot more footage of the population that was walking around up there, it's different. So I'm going to say again, and I'm going to say again, and I'm going to say again, read between the lines because I love you. Please be paying attention to what's going on in Western Europe, the UK, and Ireland, some of the major cities here in the United States, even Canada for that matter. Really be paying attention to what's here and areas in which have a concentration. And I know there's going to be a handful of people that don't like me saying that. Well, that's just tough. You need to get over it. Okay? We're going through a mass change in this world, and I'm going to be honest with you. The real issue that I have is not tourists. Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg have had tourists before I was ever born, before I was ever a twinkle in my daddy's eye, okay? It's not new. Yeah, we get frustrated with traffic. James got frustrated with traffic. It wouldn't have mattered if that woman was from Florida, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Miami, or La Follette, okay? He would have been like, get back to La Follette. Do you know where La Follette is? It's just north of here. It's Tennessee, okay? So everybody gets frustrated, not only with traffic, but they really get frustrated when people almost cause a wreck. And you don't want to be in the middle of a wreck in Gatlinburg, if you really know what I'm saying. That's a hot mess that takes hours and hours. But things are changing. And what I'm wanting to hit upon in this video is the fact that, folks, I think things are worse than we know. So this is sort of like a boomerang, because I've made a video about this before, and I'm going to tell you right now, with the narratives that are being floated out there about the reason why the list isn't coming out, the client list and all of these things, is because Trump is holding that as a leverage card. Why does he have to hold a leverage card? You're going to say, oh, it's because of the... No. Shh. Why? Because people that might be on a list have threatened to do things far more nefarious than we can even imagine? I don't know. I'm not saying that's what's happening. You're going to run with your opinion no matter what I say, and that's fine. Go live your life, have your thoughts, do what works best for you. But I'm just saying, so if you have an individual that's supposed to be in leadership that's not doing or is changing the things that were pretty much promised or promised to not happen, and you're having all of these ping pong diversions, why? See, this goes back to, you have to ask why. I don't care. I can't conclude where you're going to end up as far as what you think, and it's probably going to change 12 times. But you should go, wow, there's stuff going on. Okay, why? And I don't want you to fixate on it, but I want to say this should motivate you very much to have your eyes open. Folks, things are moving into a one world everything. Like everything looks the same. There's no... You know why people come to Gatlinburg? Do you know, in my personal opinion, do you know why people like to come to places like that? Not just for fun and, hillbilly taffy and all that stuff. It's all good. But because this area, up until I would argue more recent years, East Tennessee and it still exists in pockets, okay? I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, just like I didn't throw Trump out with the bathwater yesterday either, if you actually listened. But I have questions. But the reason why people like to travel and go to certain places is because they like to see that culture, those people, their heritage, their accent, their foods. And when you start gargly gooping it to where every place on the planet looks like Bangladesh or looks like San Francisco or everything looks the same, we're all becoming just one big mush together. I don't want that. I want us all to be happy and get along and share. But I want everybody to keep their cultural and historical identities. I think that's important. Have we not... we can have conversations of what happened to people, our natives, right? We can. And, everybody talks about the white man. Actually, it was the white government. It was actually the government. And prior to that, cultures and tribes fought with each other thousands of years. So it's not even about that. But, that language gets dropped in there about everything being washed away and da-da-da. And that's very, very true. So what I want to make it very clear of is, please be using your discernment. This is a big picture. See, we get fixated on looking at this small little detail thing, this one issue. All the while, we're missing everything else. That's the distraction. And I don't know if leadership is fighting that or is just walking us right into it. I can go either way on that. But here's what I want to tell you. Be watching Western Europe and you better be watching. I mentioned how interesting the population in certain places around here, or how places look now, for a reason. It's not because I don't like people. I love people. I love people from everywhere. But what I don't like, and what most Americans don't like, and neither do Europeans, look at Poland. Have you seen what Poland is doing? You should look. You should look. I met a lady from Poland yesterday in Marville, Tennessee. Sure did. Talked to a lady and she had the most beautiful accent. And I said, where are you from, ma'am? She was like, Poland. And I said, ooh, I just saw all the things I'm watching. And she said, mm-hmm. She's like, don't ruin our country. Mm-hmm. She said that. Oh, did I get mad at her and call her names? No, I went, I get it. You're right. Evil forces are doing things to their own people and to mass populations. It's forcing forcing in things and dropping it on your head. If you took a population and just dropped it out from outer space into a new place, do you think that's going to go well? Look around. Do you think it's gone great? No, it's not. In so many ways. So I want you to pay attention to the things that are happening. And I want you to use your discernment to question who, what, when, where, and why. And if it frustrates you, if it makes you mad, you need to bring it back around town to focus on God. Jesus is your Savior. I hope you repent and accept Him. I'm praying for that right now. All of these people that are running around mad, I really pray that they can pull it back and understand that their faith and their trust should only be in God. And they should try their best not to, we want to thrust our trust and life and livelihood and all the things on another human being. And that's not abnormal. But what it is dangerous, because then you feel like you don't have to provide as much. You don't need to work. I mean, you don't need to have it set up to where it works against you. But folks, God hears prayers, but He blesses our hands. And they need to look as bad as my fingernail polish right now. Is that a lecture? No, free advice. Take it or leave it. Things are changing. We thought that it would stop. I think when I say we, I think a lot of people thought that would stop. It's just steamrolling right ahead. May have slowed down a little bit. Folks, we're not going back, okay? We're not going back. And the ins and outs of why things are happening, I don't have a full explanation, and neither do you. No matter how many times people try to guess and come up with equations, and you really fundamentally don't know. You just know what's happening. So you've got to come back to the basics. Your self-reliance, your mental and spiritual health, your walk with God. Okay, I say that lightly, but I'm really serious about that. There's a lot of lost people out there right now. A lot of people are very lost, and they're getting pulled, and there's a lot of hate. People will be so hateful, are so hateful. They will hate you whether you are a failure. They will hate you whether you are successful. They will pull you in both directions. If you are successful, they got to pull you down. If you are down in the dumps, they're happy you're there because it makes them feel more esteemed. If you are overweight, they call you fatty 2x4. If you get yourself in check and you weigh what you need to weigh, they tell you, like they tell me, you need to eat a hamburger. I ate a big fat hamburger last night, just didn't put too much bread on it. And I work. And I'm eating and drinking lots of healthy, delicious foods right now. And I'm running and I'm preparing for a 5K. And I'm not overindulging. I'm trying to be smart. And I'm keeping my body in check. Not because I want to be a size whatever. It's because I operate better when I am healthier. And when you're healthier, you tend to be thinner. Not all the way. And everybody's different. But people are going to put you down for that. They want to get you off track because you are a positive, bright light of hope. Because the world has no hope other than Jesus. And that is the focus that you need to bring it back around to. Why Donald Trump's doing things the way that he is, I don't know. Should I trust it? No. Should I be patient? I don't have a choice. Neither do you. But I am going to be civil, and I'm going to ask questions, and I'm going to believe. I voted for Donald Trump. I don't regret it. Not yet. Told you that yesterday. And some of you all want to, when I say some of y'all, it's actually not people that are here anymore. They're trolls and bots and stuff, you know. They want to bash. It's really sad when people literally cheer or applaud possible bad or questionable or just, there's so much division. And, you know, I've said over and over that I didn't think it was that bad. I don't still, but I think there's so many people that don't know what to think anymore. It puts everybody into a state of confusion. Again, where are we in the timeline in terms of the Bible? There's a lot of debate on that. So, folks, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of movement. I don't know the date. It's probably been 2 months. I'll look it up. I'm going to look it up, okay? My elder told me it's probably been about 2 months, 2 to 3 months ago. He said, Patara, spirit's on the move. He means God. And I said, what do you mean? He said, things are changing very quickly right now. This is before I really felt a lot. It was just like, you know, you feel that suffocation of like, things are moving so fast you can't understand. And guys, I think it's going to speed up. I think it's going to speed up. Everybody talks about time speeding up and things speeding up. I mean, we're already look, we're almost halfway through with July now. It's going to be Christmas before you know it. It's going to move like that. Bring it back to what you can control. Your mental, physical, and spiritual health. Please do your best. Please start doing your best to eat better, make better decisions. I didn't say not have a treat, okay? If you want to go get an icy because it's 96 degrees, I'm going to go get an icy, okay? I just keep that in my check of my mind, and I go, okay, I had an icy yesterday. I'm going to do better today. Run it off, work it off, do something. Please, because you're going to be able to handle your emotions better if you're eating better and getting some form of exercise. Whatever that is for you, please do it. You're going to sleep better. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel close. Make that your time to talk with God. You know, I mean, just thinking things through. It's like your mind clears and you know, you can absolutely talk it out, walk it out, run it out, work it out, pray it out, play some good music. You know, and be joyous in knowing that with all the craziness, good, bad, or indifferent, there is still somebody there for us. Pay attention to what's going on, folks. It is happening. You're not escaping it, okay? It doesn't matter how far out in the mountains you live. There's things in town, okay? And this has been going on for quite some time. I want you to think about that. Pray, prep, and be peaceful out there, folks. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of hurt people right now, and we need to be praying for them and to be patient. And there's a lot of people right now that feel they're hurt. They're hurt because they're confused. It's not going to stop. I just don't think it's going to stop. Not right now. And if some of the things are happening for the betterment of this country, I'm all for it. I just, as a little old gal sitting here, like many of you, we're tired of games. And we remember a time, even if it wasn't truly all the way this way, where we just did not worry about the things that we worry about now. I get it. I'm there right with you. I've got 3 kids. I know. I got you. We're all in this together. Whether we like each other, whether we agree on everything. See, this is what's so sad in closing, is all of these people, a handful of people that are cheering, oh, MAGA's falling apart. First of all, MAGA's not falling apart. The concept of make America great again has nothing to do with Donald Trump. So you can say that, but you know that's not the truth. Let's not lie. We should all be wanting this country to be better. Okay? And even if we disagree on a little of this over there, a little of this over here, fundamentally, we should all be trying to do the best that we can to make the country better for the American people that are American citizens that pay taxes and live here in America. Our veterans, our elderly, our children, everything else in between. We should be working for a common goal with that. Anything outside of that, frankly, is just demonic. It really fundamentally is. And it's on both sides of the aisle. Make no bones about it. This isn't about I vote this way and you vote that way. Okay? This is about good versus evil. And it's all mixed in. Got to be smart. I'm praying for you. Keep praying out there. Keep your eye on the ball. Stay focused. Like I said, like today, I've got things I've got to do. I didn't get to work as much outside as I wanted to, but I'm concerned about the heat. So I took care of business and I focused on something else. Keep doing that. Every day that you push forward with that is going to be a win. And praise God for it every time. Like, subscribe, and share. Pray, prep, and be peaceful. Guys, I'm serious. I think things are... It's so generic to say it's worse than we know. Duh. Yep, Tara, you said that before, and I've already said that. We believe that. True. Check. Gotcha. Agree. But I think it's being proven time and time again, especially as of late. What control do we have? Our world. Our little home, family, job, finances. Walk with Jesus. Get it right. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Stay cool out there. Anybody getting rain this afternoon, tonight? Guys, there's flooding going on in New Mexico. We've had Texas. You know about Helene last year. Kentucky. Don't forget Kentucky. All the things that have happened up there recently. Folks, keep an eye on that water. We talk about watching the skies, but you better be watching the water too. These are the days. I'll see you on the next video.